A bunch of friends went hiking in the mountains, recording their whole trip on camera. But later, when they watched the footage, something creepy showed up behind them. A strange figure stood there, watching them. None of them had seen it back then, not even the one holding the camera. But now, the figure gave them chills. From the footage, they can't really make out what was watching them that day in the woods. A person had just set up trail cameras around their property in the woods, and on one of the very first nights, one of them captured something strange. A hunched human-like figure walked through the trees around 5 a.m. Was it a person, a cryptid, or just an animal caught at a weird angle? No one knows for sure. Two friends were out in nature when one of them did something unbelievable.
Invad!
One man climbed the edge of a massive canyon with bare hands. No ropes, no harness, not even a helmet. What he was trying to do is still unclear, and there's not much information shared about the moment. But two things stood out. First, how could they hear each other so clearly despite the canyon winds? And second, why did those winds only start after the camera zoomed out? One night in Victoria, Australia, this woman was out walking with her husband when they heard something chilling. Creepy screams coming from a nearby tree. They tried to find where it was coming from but couldn't spot anything. Later, they shared the eerie recording online, asking for opinions. Most people guessed it was a brush-tailed possum, known for making some seriously unsettling sounds, especially during fights. But was it really just an animal, or was something else lurking in those woods? Two friends were hiking in Colorado on one of the most dangerous trails on Earth. They call it Satan's Ridge. It connects Capitol Peak to Snowmass Mountain, but few have ever dared to cross it. The path stretches nearly 3 miles, carved from crumbling rock, with sheer drops on both sides and barely any stable footing.
God damn.
With sketchy handholds and no room for error, one wrong step out there and it could all be over. An explorer stumbled upon an old abandoned school deep in the woods. Right away the place felt eerie, but things took a truly creepy turn when he peered through a dusty glass window into one of the classrooms.
What? What is that? Oh my...
Something moved. It almost looked like a child's ghost, small and misty. He hadn't seen it clearly in the moment, so he watched the footage back, and his fear was confirmed. Something was definitely in there. That was enough exploration for the day. He turned around and went home. Some guys were just driving past the woods on a normal day when someone in the car spotted a bunch of animals running alongside the road. Excited, he pulled out his phone to record it. At first, it was all about the animals, but then the camera caught something else. Hidden in the trees was a figure in a white gown. It looked too odd to be a random person standing out there. The video uploader swore it was something paranormal, but no one's really sure. Two friends from Melbourne, Australia had a bizarre encounter late one night. They were sitting in their car at a McDonald's parking lot when it happened.
Hi. Oh my god, Tiana, go! Go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Tiana! It's okay, honey. Tiana! Tiana! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Out of nowhere, an unsettling figure approached and began acting erratically. Her intense stare and strange behaviour left them frozen, unsure whether to laugh or panic. As fear kicked in, they sped off. Locals later recognized the woman, saying she's known in the area for disturbing behaviour and suspected break-in attempts. Fortunately, nothing bad happened that night, but it's a moment they won't forget anytime soon. A Reddit user was hiking through the woods when something terrifying happened. An elephant rhinoceros beetle suddenly crawled onto his arm. This massive insect, scientifically called Megasoma elephas, is native to tropical Latin America and is famous for its enormous size and intimidating horn. Fortunately, they are not dangerous to humans. They don't bite or sting, and they mainly use their horns for digging and fighting other beetles, not for attacking people. A homeowner had left their forest home to spend a few days in the city when their security camera captured something truly unexpected. A dark silhouette appeared in the left corner of the footage. Some commenters say they see the figure shifting, suggesting it might not even be human. But honestly, that could just be the low camera quality making it look that way. Still, according to the homeowner, someone being there at that time and in that quiet, isolated area wouldn't really make sense. And what's with the creepy black outfit? The whole thing left them uneasy. They were terrified to return, not knowing if whatever it was might still be out there. Back in 2023, a couple was biking along a quiet forest trail. Everything felt normal until they heard a sudden sharp scream, probably a fox, they thought, and kept going. They grabbed their phone and started recording, just in case the screaming happened again. But a few minutes later, they noticed something ahead. It wasn't a deer, and probably not a bear either. It stood upright like a person, but it seemed too big to be human. Unsure if their eyes were playing tricks, they just froze, capturing it all on camera. They shared the video online, hoping others could help explain what they saw. It was supposed to be a regular hike through the wilds of Patagonia, but at Torres del Paine, something unreal happened.
Keep your position. Stay there.
Should we get that on video?
Stay there.
An adult puma emerged from the brush and calmly strolled straight through a group of stunned tourists. Fortunately, no one was harmed, but one wrong move, one sudden reaction, and it could have turned dangerous in an instant. While enjoying a quiet night in their yard in Oklahoma, something strange caught this person's eye. A pale, translucent figure seemed to be standing motionless in the distance. When she posted the photo online, some claimed it looked like the spirit of a Native American. Others weren't so sure, but no one could explain it. The potato quality of the photo makes it even harder to see whoever, or whatever, was captured on camera. 2 years after buying a cabin in the woods, the homeowner finally decided to explore the attic storage area. Tucked away behind some old boxes, they discovered something strange. These symbols weren't random, they weren't decorations or childish scribbles, They looked ritualistic, like something straight out of a horror movie. What if the previous owners dabbled in black magic or were part of some secret cult? They wished they had noticed this before buying the place. While hiking through rugged mountain terrain, a man launched his drone, just hoping to capture some scenic footage. But what it picked up was something far more unusual. Right there, built into the side of the mountain, doors. No one really knows why they're there. Some say they're leftover war bunkers, relics from a time most would rather forget. Others believe they lead somewhere, to secret tunnels, or perhaps even still active underground facilities. But then, there's another theory. What if they were never real at all? With how convincing AI videos are now, maybe these creepy mountain doors were never there to begin with. A woman was just on a quiet walk at sunset when something felt off. That creepy feeling of being watched suddenly crept in and wouldn't go away. Just to be safe, she started filming on her phone. There, in the fading light, stood something. Its arms were unnaturally long, and it looked human in a way, but also not. It's not something easily identified. The woman ran off, but didn't share much about what she'd actually seen. Not only the potato quality footage, but also the way it was filmed, and how the creature was so close, makes me second guess its authenticity. Still, a scary clip. It was deep into the night when a group of men drove down a remote road in Gujarat, India. Out of nowhere, they saw this. A lion calmly walking down the road. For a few 10 seconds, no one dared move. Fortunately, the lion slipped back into the night and the men quickly drove off. Locals say sightings like this aren't uncommon near the Deer Sanctuary, but no matter how often it happens, it never stops being terrifying. While hiking along a remote road, this person spotted something shocking, a car completely engulfed in flames. But what made the moment truly unsettling wasn't just the fire. It was the smoky silhouette of a woman-shaped figure appearing to rise from the blaze. Some viewers claimed it was a ghost. Others argued it was just pareidolia, a psychological trick where the brain sees familiar shapes like faces or figures in random patterns. Still, the image looked like a haunting snapshot of something or someone desperately trying to escape the fire. This couple rushed their car as the rain poured down, when suddenly this happened. A lightning bolt struck just feet away. Had they been a few seconds slower, things could have ended very differently. Pure luck saved them that day. One night, just outside their house, a car crashed into a pole. It was a single vehicle accident, and thankfully, the driver survived. While neighbors rushed to help him across the road, the Reddit user's wife stayed behind and snapped a quick photo of the wreck. She was the only one near the car before emergency services arrived. But when they later looked at the photo, something chilling stood out. A face appeared on the hood of the car. Some say it was just an eerie optical illusion, but looking at it, it feels almost impossible that it was nothing more than that. To this day, that photo remains one of the most disturbing images they've ever captured. 3 years ago, around 1 a.m., someone in Flanders, Belgium, heard a strange noise just outside their home. There was no wind, no rain, nothing that could have caused the sound. Despite their efforts to figure it out, the source remains a mystery. Some suggested construction, but at that hour, highly unlikely. So what was behind those unsettling noises that night? A hiker experienced something wild. From a safe distance, he was able to record it all. Huge chunks of earth suddenly broke loose from a mountain and crashed into a lake below. The impact sent waves rippling violently across the water. Years ago, a landslide in Norway created waves so massive they wiped out entire villages and killed dozens of people. I don't know if this landslide had the same impact, but I can only hope no one was hurt. Must be scary to stand there, knowing the land could slip away from under you. A motorbike rider was passing through a quiet area when he spotted something deeply unsettling. A lifeless goat, propped up like a human, leaning against a pole. Some people whispered about dark rituals, suggesting the arrangement had ties to satanic practices or voodoo, places where symbols and lifeless bodies are said to hold power. Others dismissed it as a twisted joke or even some kind of art. Either way, it's a very disturbing sight. A hiker in southern India caught a massive beam of light shooting up from the mountains, glowing orange and lighting up everything around. It wasn't like a normal light or even an explosion. It looked otherworldly. But is it? Or is there a logical explanation for it? Nobody really knows. A Reddit user was driving with a friend when they suddenly found themselves right in the heart of a tornado.
Oh my god! We're in a tornado! We're literally in a fucking tornado, dude. Look at the trees, oh fuck, dude, it just crushed the crane truck. Oh my fucking god. Dude.
Well, I lay down like
Zach and I saw that motherfucker starting. Dude, this whole place is fucked. It might flip the truck. Oh, fuck!
lay down, bro.
Holy fuck.
That's why I got out the machine.
Your machine's fucked.
See?
Holy shit. Dude, we were literally just fucking saying it's rotating.
Oh, hell no. I was like, fuck that.
Holy fuck, dude.
The whole scene was terrifying, with the tornado roaring like a speeding train coming straight at them. It was a scary experience, but thankfully they made it out safely. Reddit user Peppermint the Fox was just chilling at a friend's place, deep in the woods, hanging out in the car, when their buddy noticed something outside. There was this figure crouched down next to a propane tank by the house. At first it looked like a person, but the whole vibe felt off, like it was something else. They had no clue what they were looking at and turned to others to get their thoughts. They left the place, and when they later returned, the figure was gone. A guy was trudging through thick snow when he stumbled on this.
Check this out. This is an eternal flame. There's only 9 eternal flames in the entire world, and this one's inside of a waterfall. Take a look.
A little flame flickering from a crack in the rock. The strange thing is, it's in the middle of a waterfall, and the water's mostly frozen. Turns out, this place is called Eternal Flame Falls in New York. The flame is real and it's fed by natural gas seeping from underground. The thing is, scientists say the pressure and heat down there shouldn't be enough to keep it going. But somehow, it does. Two friends were wandering through the woods when they spotted something weird growing on a tree. It looked like a swollen lump, and right in the middle was this creepy little hole. When one of them zoomed in with his camera, he saw this.
Oof. Maybe that's the leftover swimmers. I don't know. Damn,
Oh, God, what do you think it is?
Inside was a nasty white mess, constantly moving. Were they parasites, moth or beetle larvae? But the way it pulsed, it seemed almost unreal. They shared the video online, hoping someone could explain. This YouTuber went out to explore two old abandoned barns, with a horrible backstory.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be exploring these two abandoned barns behind me. These aren't any ordinary barns either. There's a crazy backstory behind what happened at these barns. Alright, so basically these barns, first of all, are in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I'm literally in the middle of the woods. So basically what happened is back in the 1990s, a person was snowshoeing around this area and they heard screaming coming from over the hill. I'm pretty sure it's like this hill right here somewhere. And so they came down to check it out and they heard that it was coming from inside the barn. And so they went inside the barn and looked, and there was 4 people tied up, and those 4 people were also on the missing list for this area at the same time. So we're assuming there was some sort of kidnapper involved in this whole thing. But anyways, we're about to explore these barns.
Whether the story was real or exaggerated, he decided to investigate the place. At first, it felt like any other abandoned spot, quiet and empty, nothing off, until he started hearing things.
Also kind of just like wood, like not. What was that? Bro, there's nobody there. Might have been something falling. That creeped me out. I'm leaving though. I'm leaving this barn. That had to pick up on camera for sure.
And then, an angry old man came out of nowhere.
I'm pretty sure during my reconnaissance earlier, I did see a little like sliding door on the back, so hopefully I'll be able to get it.
This is private property, right?
No, I didn't.
Go!
I'm sorry.
Get the camera out of my face. This is private property.
No, I'll turn it off.
Oh my god. Last person you want on this property. This is making bad. I'm not gonna lie. So, dude, you need to get off now.
Hey, chill, bro.
Dude.
Chill.
Get off.
Chill. Yo,
Go.
stop screaming
Go.
at me, bro. Yo, what the heck? Yo, holy crap. Dude, holy crap.
Here are they? Found you.
Dude, this guy's insane. What the heck?
Get out of the barn.
This guy's insane.
Get out of the barn.
I'm sorry, bro. It's just you're scaring me. When you like...
Get out of the barn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Holy crap. Just chill, bro. Just chill. I'm going.
The man then made a very disturbing comment.
Unless you want to go missing. Leave.
What'd you just say?
Leave.
Dude, chill. Holy crap, dude. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't break anything.
Leave.
Oh.
I told you to stop filming.
Holy crap, stop. Yo, bro, stop.
Go.
Bro. Yo, this guy's insane. What? Bro, what? Bro, he had a pitchfork. What? Dude, this guy's crazy. I've never seen something like that before. Yo, he literally said you don't want to go missing like the others. Bro, my face is so cold I can't even talk. I'm so like numb. I don't know if it's cold or fear or both. But oh my goodness. You think that was the kidnapper? I'm probably gonna blur his face just for privacy, but like, bro, that is insane. Holy crap, dude.
With no signal and no one around, the YouTuber bolted. This wasn't just urban exploring anymore. It felt like he'd barely escaped something real. While wandering outside late at night, this person captured something unusual in the sky. The light wasn't just a flash, it lingered, glowing like fire suspended above, casting a strange, surreal glow over the ground below. Some say it was just military flares used during nighttime training exercises. But whatever it was, it didn't look normal. The owner of the channel, Hills Outdoors, went into a forest he'd never camped in before, hoping to stay the night in a shelter he'd been building. But something wasn't right.
I have been building a bit of a shelter here over the last 6 months or so. I'm hoping it's still here. I'm hearing noises already. Yeah, I've never stayed in this woodland overnight before, so it's all new to me. I'm about halfway. What leaves that are falling off at trees? It's just... Sort your out, Danny, sort your out. Well, this is turning out to be great. Can't remember where I'm going. Just walking down this path in this mud. I'm hearing some right noises. I know, it's all in my head and everything. But I've never stayed in these woods before.
He found a spot and set up a shelter for the night.
Freaking me out, that is. Hello? Well, I think I know why birds stopped whistling anyway. I heard some, like, shooting gunshots in background. But it's a bit weird, that's like probably a mile or two away. I don't know, I'm probably just freaking myself out sort of thing.
The sounds persisted, but he dismissed it and continued his adventure.
I don't know if you can make that out on camera or not. Just behind me there's some like holly bushes. And you can just see mist coming in. So if it isn't as bad already here. We've got noises, mist is coming in. Oh, I heard a bird at last. Oh, what were I saying? Mist. Oh, damp wood, no fire. Can't cook. We've got some crisp and that's about it. And another 2 beers. Well, as soon as I stop recording, I heard some rustling of these holly bushes. Now there is a lot of squirrels up here. I don't know what to do if I come in contact with a badger. Would a badger get close if I didn't have a fire? I'm not sure I want to be here tonight. I'm a bit freaked out with everything. It's not like me at all, this. I might even leave this shelter here.
Though he tried to push through, the tension wouldn't go away. In the end, he packed up and left. Nothing dramatic happened, but that gut feeling, it told him enough. Sometimes, that's all you need. One snowy night, an observer noticed something odd. Half of a certain area had snow falling visibly, while the other half looked completely clear. At first, it seemed like a strange glitch in reality, as if nature itself was divided. But then, someone else pointed out the reason behind this odd sight. The side where snow was visible had ground lights that illuminated the falling snowflakes. On the other side, without any lights, the snowflakes remained hidden in the darkness. Such an interesting illusion, isn't it? And for more thrills, watch this next video.